but technically, so anyway, uh, car starts moving along, and I'm trying to remember: do they go left? Did they go right? Have they gotten to the interstate? What are they going to? Whatever road. I was trying to remember where they were going, right? But to this day, it's gotten better lately. My sense of direction was gone. I had no sense of direction after this because I was thinking about where. So we're going down the road, and they put the cushion back in, and it was dark back there, and it was silent. And at this point, I wasn't like afraid for some reason. I wasn't in fear. But then all of a sudden, I'm thinking my odds of coming through this, they're taking me out in the damn swamp, and they're going to find out my PIN numbers. They're going to torture me or something, right? Kill me.
They can do that. They could.
I think so I thought my chance was about 50-50 because I still was going to do something, it still might have been a little bit difficult to kill. If I but like whether I ran or when they were putting me in that trunk, one of the guys, I looked at him, and the other guy, I looked at him, and I could tell he hated what was going on. He hated being a part of that.
That means he was new. That I think.
Right. Yeah. He was.
He got scared.
Right. And he's sort of forced it. Yeah. Like it turns out, I was right. I found that out later, after I met his mother, accidentally in an Uber drive. It gets weirder and weirder. This shit does. Like I met the guy, one of the kidnappers. He's the one that lived. Met his mother in the Uber.
So his mother drive the Uber, or you?
It
met?
Was actually. It didn't really. It was his aunt I met.
So they know you before?
No, but I was coming back, and she was talking about crimes in the Uber, and I said, right over here, this thing happened to me. And I got kidnapped, and she pulled off the side of the road. She goes, "Was it in December?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Oh my God, I just got off the phone with my sister. I'm the guy's aunt who was part of that kidnapping. Who's in jail." And I said, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah. His mother just got finished telling me that he can't stop seeing that man's face."
Whoa.
He called her from jail, said, "I can't stop seeing that man's face." And that woman started crying. And I'm starting to cry now because I was right. I read him. He didn't want to be there. And we had face to face, and it was burned in him. So, you know what I mean?
Because he was new.
I looked into his soul, is what I'm telling you. I looked right up into him. When you do that, you're vulnerable too. You can see into you too, right? When you look at somebody's soul, they see you too, right? Sometimes, at least that happened. But anyway, so my odds of survival, it really is less than 50-50, I believe. And then a different kind of fear. Yeah, I can't. It was like a rolling fear. What do you call that one? Fractals of just expanding, like rolling.
There's a lot of thinking coming.
Yeah, well, it was just like all my friends, all my people. How did I live my life?
Mm-hmm.
And I decided I could have done a lot worse because I'd done all, I was off track when I was younger. I got on track, but the last 35 years I've been giving, and having a lot of relationships, people I coached. I touched a lot of lives. I helped raise a lot of kids. And so I had some worthiness.
I'm sorry, my brother. I know you had a really, really nice life. I met you over here every single day. You came here to buy a cigarette and those
things. I started to ask whoever was out there that I didn't want to die with this fear.
Of course not.
I said, I started to say, don't let me die with this fear. Because I think if I die with fear, maybe I'm going to take that fear with me, or something.
Mm-hmm.
And before I even got the thought out of my head, I was a man completely, totally free of fear. I had no fear.